Manchester is not only known for football, its industrial history, or its music scene. The city is a true powerhouse of energy, with nights that seem never-ending. When the sun sets, Manchester transforms into a place where the normal gives way to the unexpected, and every corner hides a new secret. The nightlife here is an explosion of freedom, desire, and adventure, where the parties never stop and encounters seem to happen without warning. But what truly defines Manchester's night? Is it the bars that become epicenters of fun, the people unafraid to express themselves, or the way the city embraces sexual freedom in such a unique way? And of course, how the hangover is seen here, without regrets and with a smile on your face. If you think you've seen it all, you'd better rethink, because what happens in Manchester at night is something you'll want to experience. So if you're ready to see the city in a new light, come with me and discover what really makes the nightlife here unforgettable. When the sun sets in Manchester, the city comes alive in a new way. The streets, usually bustling with urban rhythm, transform into places of pure energy and possibility. The vibe of the city shifts, and what was once a busy place becomes a scene of untold stories, casual encounters, and parties that seem endless. What makes the night in Manchester so special is not just the number of bars and clubs, but the feeling that every corner holds something unique. People are not afraid to live, and this is reflected in every gesture, laugh, and exchanged glance. Freedom is felt in the air, and the energy spreads through the streets, making the city seem even more alive. If you think Manchester at night is just another city with ordinary fun, get ready. What you'll see here will surprise you. The first impression is only the beginning of a night full of possibilities, and it's impossible not to be drawn into the city's magnetism. If you want to understand what makes Manchester so vibrant at night, the bars and clubs are the heart of the city. But don't be mistaken, we're not talking about just any bar or club. Here, each place has its own personality, its own vibe. Some are modern, with renowned DJs and a dance floor that never cools down. Others, more underground, hide secrets and host exclusive parties. What unites all these places is the energy, a raw and real energy where everyone feels free to be who they are without fears or restrictions. The city has options for all tastes, from sophisticated bars with signature cocktails to more laid-back clubs where the music rules. And the best part? In Manchester, it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Everyone has a place to connect, to dance, and to lose themselves in the magic of the night. At every place, the fun never stops. It's a unique experience at every corner. In Manchester, women don't just participate in the nightlife, they define it. Here, confidence is key. It doesn't matter whether they're in a cool bar or a crowded club, they occupy the space with a presence that's impossible to ignore. The freedom to express themselves and be who they are is a defining trait of the city. In Manchester, women are unafraid to flirt, to take the initiative, or to live their adventures without the weight of judgment. There are no masks, no pretensions. Flirting happens naturally, amidst exchanged glances and spontaneous conversations. Desire is lived lightly, without pressure or societal rules. And this confidence is contagious. If you want to know what true feminine power looks like, just take a look at how the women of Manchester dominate the night. It's not just about what they wear or how they behave, but about the energy they radiate. Here, being who you are has never been easier. Sexual freedom in Manchester goes far beyond words. It's lived in every gesture, every encounter, and every interaction. It doesn't matter whether you're in a laid-back bar or an energy-filled club. Here, there is no space for judgment. The city offers an environment where people can be who they truly are, without restraints. Desire is natural. Connections are made spontaneously and effortlessly, and pleasure is not seen as something shameful. What sets Manchester apart is the absence of prejudices. The focus is on the moment, the experience, and the shared pleasure. Social dynamics are more open, and the idea that pleasure should be lived without guilt is the rule, not the exception. Here, no one will look at you differently for giving yourself to the night in an authentic and true way. Sexual freedom in Manchester is a celebration of all kinds of desire, and that's what makes the city so unique. The music in Manchester is the soul of the city. At night, the city transforms into a massive stage where DJs, bands, and even the beats of the streets blend together to create a unique atmosphere. It doesn't matter if you're a fan of electronic music, indie, or rock, the city has something for every taste. And what makes the music scene here even more special is the connection it creates between people. When the music starts, everyone connects, moves, and surrenders to the moment. The beat guides the energy. The dance floor becomes a collective space, and people let themselves be carried away by the rhythm. In Manchester, music is not just a pastime. It's the key to unlocking emotions, creating memories, and experiencing the night in an intense way. It's not just about listening, it's about feeling. And when the DJ nails the sound, the entire city seems to be in tune. Here, the music never stops and the party never ends. The hangover in Manchester is not seen as something negative or shameful. It's just part of the game. When you wake up after an intense night, there's no room for regrets. On the contrary, the streets still have that lively vibe, and it feels like the party isn't over yet. People walk the streets with a lazy smile on their face, as if they know the night before was too good to forget. Instead of hiding at home, many continue socializing in cafes or bars that stay open late, sharing stories about what happened during the night. In Manchester, the hangover doesn't come with shame, but with the feeling that life is being lived to the fullest. The next day is a natural continuation of the night before, without pressure and without guilt, just a celebration of what happened. After 3 a.m., the rules of the night in Manchester start to dissolve. The parties continue, encounters become more intense, and connections happen almost spontaneously. There's no agenda, no expectations, just desire and opportunity. What makes casual encounters in Manchester so interesting is the way people surrender to the moment. There are no games, no disguises. Flirting and connections are real and intense. And with the sexual freedom the city promotes, the encounters happen lightly and without pressure. It doesn't matter whether you're in a club, on a street, or at a private party. What matters is the chemistry between people and the energy they share. After 3 a.m., Manchester transforms into a playground of possibilities, where every encounter is a new adventure waiting to happen. In Manchester, the night doesn't end when the sun rises. In fact, it continues to reverberate the next day. The impact of the nightlife is felt in every corner of the city, with people meeting in cafes and bars, sharing stories and memories from the night before. The hangover is just an excuse to keep the fun going. No matter the time, people still gather to reminisce about the best moments or plan the next night. And what's most interesting is how the energy from the night before mixes with that of the day, creating a continuous cycle of fun, relaxation, and new connections. The next day is a natural extension of the night, where the city never slows down, just adapts to the new rhythm. In Manchester, the night is eternal, and its impact keeps the city pulsing with life, even when the lights go out.